morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's edition of WORDCHEW. We're still talking about wisdom, and especially wisdom strategy to manage your enemy. We're going to be looking at the various strategy to manage various enemies. Every enemy needs different strategy. Every category of enemy needs different kind of strategy. There's no just one rule to manage them. So the strategy number one that we're going to be talking about in today's broadcast is the strategy of, I call it, don't die because of anything. You know, you should not die because of anything. A lot of people die, Christian, good people with good intention, die because of things, you know, while fighting their enemy. Let's look at the book of 1 Kings chapter 21, verse 1 to 3. If you read from verse 1 to 13, you get a better grasp of what I'm talking about. 1 Kings chapter 21 verse 1 says, "And it came to pass that after these things, that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab king of Samaria. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or if it seems good to do, I will give thee the worth of it in money. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid me, that I should give the inheritance of my father unto thee." Look at verse 7. "And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry, and I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite." If you look at verse 9, "And she wrote in the letter, saying, Proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. They proclaimed a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. And there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat beside him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme God and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city, and stoned him with stone that he died." Look at this enemy, and look at Naboth. The story of Naboth is a pathetic story. A man who held tightly to things, to possessions, and did not live even to see hold that possession. When you are dead, we didn't bring anything to this world, and you are not going to go with it. I'm sure they didn't even allow them to bury his corpse in that land. He had a land, and the king, unfortunately for him, he had it near the palace of Ahab. Ahab was a very wicked king. And Ahab was nice man. He made an offer for him. And he said, Hey, Naboth, this is your land. I don't want to revoke your CFO. I don't want to cancel that. I don't want to deny that you are the owner of this thing. Give me this vineyard. You have 2 options. I'm ready to give you a vineyard that is better and most probably bigger than this one. You know, anywhere of your choice. Or name your price. I'm ready to pay. As bad as Ahab was, he could have just taken over and just, but he said, but Naboth said, no, God forbid that I should give to you the inheritance of my father. Your father inherited it. What do you want to do with it? Maybe you want to transfer it to your own children. When you are fighting a king, when you are fighting authority, you need wisdom. This man has the power of life and death. He decides who lives and he decides who dies. A lot of people have died for land matter that is dead, that is not necessary. A lot of family have been scattered because they are fighting over their father's land, over their father's houses, their father's asset. You see siblings fighting to death over things that does not belong to them. And they do everything possible to destroy another so that they can have it. And ask them, who owns it? Their father. The father that owns it, where is he? He's dead. So why are you holding tight to what does not belong to you? You did not even work for it. You want to preserve a legacy. Good. Preserve a legacy when it is preservable. Your death does not even preserve that legacy. And what happened? When the man was sad, even Ahab, you assume that Ahab could be sad. But Ahab went home and Jezebel told him, he said, why are you sad? He said, I asked Naboth to give me the vineyard, and he said, are you not the king? Then don't worry, we know what to do to people like that. And Jezebel set up Ahab. He organized a fast and made sure Naboth was seated. When you hold fast to things in life, I mean things, anything in life, when you hold fast to it, you endanger your life, especially when you are fighting wicked and evil enemy. Jezebel had over 750 prophets of Baal and Ashtaroth that were praying and offering incense to him every day. How many prophets does Naboth has? What is the backup of Naboth to be able to fight Jezebel and fight Ahab? He does not have any backup. He's just alone. He's just at the mercy of life. But Jezebel and Ahab were wicked people, are diabolical in everything. And so they did everything possible, and they set him up. They organized a fast, got false witness, and Naboth was executed. And eventually Ahab took over that vineyard. Even though Ahab has to die and pay for it, Jezebel also has to die and pay for that wickedness. But the fact still remains that all of them lost their life. So it's better. Why don't you either say, Ahab, what do you want? You want my father's vineyard? You want to give me something better? Give me a land in my Tama. My father's vineyard is in Lugbe, and I want a land in my Tama or Asokoro. Give me a vineyard there. That is where I want, and he will have given it. What is that kind of attachment people have to things in life, that they are able to lay down their life because of things, that when they are dead, that thing, they will leave those things. We did not bring anything to this world, we are not going to lose it. It's lack of wisdom that make people to die because of things. Don't die because of a woman. Don't die because of a land. Don't die because of a house. Don't die because of a job. Don't die because of a contract. Don't die because of anything. So many things in life, we need to learn the strategy of, if you have to let things go, let it go. When my dad died, I was the first son, and my dad had a car. The only car he had, a Toyota panel van. At that time, I just finished my NYC. I didn't have a car. And then my boss, where I was working that time in my place of employment, and he said, your dad has a car, you are the first one. He said, go and carry it now and use it. It's your own. Naturally, it should be your own. But when I'm from a polygamous home, but when all my father's wives gathered, they said, this is the car, let's sell it and let's use it to train our children. That our father has trained us. I just graduated, did NYC the year after my NYC, and I still have so many junior ones. I said, let's say they can use it to train our children. My mom called me and said, this is what everybody is saying. This car. I said, what should I do? Well, I've said, no, it's my car. I'm the first son. It's my entitlement. I'll take it. But I said, sell it. Share the money. See, today, I didn't even have a share of the money. Every good asset that the man had, they sold them. Those ones that need to be shared, they shared. Till today, I don't have anything that I can say I inherited from my father. Of course, I should own everything, most things. But I let go. Because why? How do you want to start fighting battle that you are not ready for? I told my boss, I said, the car I'm believing God for is bigger than the Toyota panel van. I said, that's not my vision of a car. So I can't go and be contending for it. And I did not have a car, a bicycle at that time. But I knew where I was going. The effort you are using to fight over inheritance and dying for it, use it to develop your capacity to succeed in life. Naboth died because of property, and he never lived to even inherit that property. That property was taken over, by him. And if it reverted to him after the death of Ahab, possibly, but while losing your life over a land, over inheritance that is not your own, even if you have opportunity of even selling or buying. Because even the children you are leaving it for, they will sell those things eventually. Even the children will blame you and say you are stupid. Why are you dying over that? Why don't you sell the thing? The houses you are building, the cars you are acquiring, and thinking you are keeping it for your children, those children are not ready to live in those things. That they will sell it off and then use it to do collateral in one bank and collect loan and japa to anywhere they want to go. So don't die because of anything in life. It's great wisdom to learn to let go, to learn to negotiate on things, and to learn to extend your life and not to just lose your life sheepishly. I pray that God will give you the wisdom that will be wise enough to take life decision appropriately, that you will not endanger your life over things, over anything in life. And I pray that God will give you long life to fulfill your years, and God will give you far better things than what life has denied you. Thank you for being part of today's WORDCHEW. God bless you. Same time tomorrow. Let's join in.